you have this fake book as well.
Yeah. And we are on live and ready.
So this is the thing we need later.
There we go. Ah, good. Okay. Right. Hello, Daybreakers, Dice Rollers, and Number Crunchers. Welcome to me trying out a solo TTRPG called Runequest.
Also not the TTRPG solo, but
Well,
the solo version called Solo Quest.
okay.
Because
Yes.
RuneQuest.
I don't play TTRPGs much, so this is kind of a new thing. Well, not a new thing because I have played them before, but like, they're not really my thing. But I said I wanted to give this a try and
Also
see how it
because
goes.
it's just you.
Yeah.
So thought that's easier.
Yeah.
And you said yes.
Lydia says hi, Twilight level 2. You know that's not my name. And Hannah. Yeah, Hannah is with me too. I forgot to say. She is going to be acting as GM for this game, or whatever the equivalent term is.
Yeah, it seems to be just GM as well.
GM, yeah. So she's going to be rolling the dice and telling me what happens, and then
No,
I
you
make
roll the dice.
I will.
You roll. Yeah,
oh,
of
I do.
course.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you. I'm just reading the text and telling you, and you make the thing. I'll explain more when Jack is here.
Yeah.
So it's solo quest. You can totally just play it alone, but I just thought it's nicer to kind of have a storytelling version here, and also we both can learn about the game because it's it's a pre-generated character, so it's not about character creation and stuff. It's just like getting right into the game and try it a bit. Let's wait for Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I don't have like specific time or something, I thought like max 3 hours, and I don't know how far we come up there, how fast we are. No idea if it's the only session or another. Overall, I don't think it's super long, but we'll see.
Yeah. Oh, could let other people know too, I guess.
Yeah.
Jack's here. Hey. Hannah just stepped out for a bit. She'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, just tell everyone. And yeah, let's also plunge into the story and a specific
Jack says,
character.
Okay, BRB getting a drink. Go ahead and start when you're ready.
Okay.
Lydia, I probably sleep soon, but I'll catch up with what I missed tomorrow.
Sure.
Of course. Yeah, I have played some TTRPGs before. Like I played a few sessions of BTM. I've played um uh kind of like homebrew system which old housemate of mine made. Um so I don't remember what it was called. Um just sort of like you went through a traumatic experience and it gave you superpowers, but also it like made you insane, and like that's basically the basis for your character. Um,
I mean, that's kind of cool.
Kind of, yeah, but
Yeah.
like it's not horror-ish.
Yeah.
It's like um uh I guess kind of um like superhero deconstruction kind of thing. Um my character had like the ability to change which way gravity pulls. So she could make like the room basically like turn upside down almost. Like everything goes up on the ceiling or like on the wall and stuff. And like no matter how she won't ever die from a fall. So she can like jump off um like she could freaking jump off the Empire State Building and she'd be fine. Um and like that's actually how she discovered her power, is that she tried to kill herself by jumping off a building and it didn't work, and then she found that she could manipulate gravity like that. um but she's kind of Jack's back. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, the rest of that story never.
No, I won't say that. So as a preface, hope sound is good, you hear us good, and you see Twilight. Can we see you, Twi?
You should be able to. I checked in the camera.
No, I mean that we see you. I mean, we see the camera is nice.
Yep, there I am.
Because you have other eye.
I don't like to have it on because then I get distracted by myself.
You won't be distracted yourself.
Okay. I can see you and hear you well, Jack says. That's good. Also, I want to keep an eye on my timer so I know when to do the ad breaks.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
No game yet, but I assume that's on purpose. Yeah, because we're playing a tabletop game this time. So there will be no visuals, unfortunately, aside from me. So
I mean, we have some pictures, so and the character sheet or something.
yes.
Yeah, maybe I kind of teased it yesterday. Runequest is a great TTRPG and quite very old. Like not much younger than D&D, for example. I personally think also better when you probably most know like D&D, and there's like you make your own world and stuff. You have some races stuff you can kind of hinge to, but here everything is built up. Also, you have a concrete world you play in that has a history and rules and social things, and everything is so thought through and like so complete, and a complete world, like, and like it's vast, and it's like they said, like the biggest created word for TTRPG or something. That's always like, I think it's true, because like there's so much material, like there's kind of like a quote unquote Bible that did like we probably produce more material and this in the past, but for this, for example, is like 800 pages, and this is just a condensed lexicon, so to speak. And here what we see today is also just a tiny bit of word and events and stuff. But you still kind of live through an event, through real history, so to speak. Sorry. From the RuneQuest starter set, we have here the so-called we have the so-called solo quest, which, like in the name, you play yourself. Like it's kind of those things where sessions or specific forms of games where you just play it yourself. Just with a difference, so Twi doesn't, but I read the text and give a decision and stuff, so I kind of act a bit like GM, like I don't make the story or anything, it's all pre-made, but I kind of like more like a storyteller, I guess, and help maybe a bit with rules and stuff, and that's also for understanding for myself, kind of. You can say it's like it can be nice for GM as well to learn, and so kind of it's a pre-made story, it's a pre-generated character. and that is the important character, and you kind of play it through her, no? And so you don't all the creation which is long enough and in depth, no? Other time this is just to kind of jump into the game and see how the roots are and kind of have a story going, no?
Sounds good.
And like how it works, kind of similar like in other things. It's kind of a bit also like choose your adventure story, if you know,
I like
because
choose
like
your own
okay,
adventure books.
yeah, so not always, but sometimes you have like okay, you have a decision, then oh go to this number or this number, no?
Yeah.
I do that of course for you, but like kind of how it works,
Yeah.
no?
Sounds fun.
So kind of according for everything, also you could also die at the end or something. We'll see. And I have all the things here, some helpful things. First I thought take other material as well to help, but I thought they just present everything in the starter box, so I think I just use what's in there, which is very helpful. They have of course like some dice.
Yeah.
Here, like for example, they look kind of a bit. I mean, I know you probably also say it's more caramel, but I guess it's meant a bit like because it's a Bronze Age style game. So it's a kind of like a Bronze Age time, kind of, even it's its own world. Also lore-wise and stuff, like we just jump in and out of context, maybe we'll see if I have to experience it or I want to or something, but it's more like you dip your toes into this world. Nah, that's why when you create a character, you probably already need to know a bit about the world to like make more fundamental decisions about your character, what you want to be.
Yeah.
And at first, also I thought if I give like I have like some rundown of recent events in the core book, but I also decided against that. Essentially, yeah, it plays in a certain little village in Zata region, and it's about a battle, and essentially like the kind of rebellion went up and defeated like this the oppressors. And now it's about another battle against them. It's kind of like very simple terms to say story. So, and first, also, by the way, here's the cover, maybe you see. I think it's a bit derbier ones than other looks, but as also her face at least, but still, I think it's very actiony. Yeah, she's riding a bison, because that's what she can do. And that is, we have Vasana Farnan's daughter, female age 21. With Molon, her bison. Also have those gorgeous character sheets.
Yes. That's her.
Yeah, if you want to show in the back kind of how the character sheet looks. It's like, so when you look like background and runes, and when you open it up, then of course you have all the other stuff. With extra special hit points, like kind of nice look. Yeah, they all kind of look that and pre-made genre characters, and this specific can be used for this story or with like a pencil here. So yeah, this is used. You want or should I read like her background here?
You can. You said you would read the text.
Yeah, okay. Rosanna, Farnan's daughter. Female age 21, heavy cavalry woman of the El Nadori clan of the Kolima tribe, which is like the prominent tribe in Zata.
Nice.
But here it says I am. Maybe you want to read that part because it's you.
I am Vasana, the daughter of Farnan, a hero of Starbrow's rebellion, slain and devoured by the Crimson Bat. In my war of revenge against the Lunar Empire, I gained the attention of Argrath at the Battle of Pennell Ford. I was sorely wounded at the Second Battle of Moonbroth, granting me this terrible scar across on the left half of my face. I returned to my mother's farm to recover, and now I am ready for adventure. My friends know me for a fearsome bison rider, a skilled hand with a sword, and a devout worshipper of all adventurous. My honour is my greatest strength.
Indeed. Vasana is a small, athletic woman with a vicious scar across one side of her face. Despite her size, she rides a bison, is more than capable of commanding warriors and priests more senior than herself. Vasana's grandmother was a scribe in the service of the princes of Sarta, died with great glory in the Battle of Bodholm. It's like the capital. Vasana's father was Farnan, a temple orphan, who married Varina, a priestess of Anaida from the Anadoya clan, which is kind of like the earth goddess. Farnan joined Starbro's rebellion and later personally aided Kalia Starbro in her escape from Sarta. He died defending Whitewall in 1620, devoured by the Crimson Bat, which is kind of like a Kodic demon, so to speak. Ne? Massive, kind of the secret weapon of the Lunas. Farna's soul was annihilated, and Vasana, then a teenager, swore revenge. As soon as she was initiated as an adult, Vasana left her mother's farm to avenge her father against the Lunar Empire. In 1623, she followed King Poyan to the metropolis of Notchet, which is like in the what was it called? I forgot. Like another little empire or kingdom. Accompanied by her half-sister Yanyov. At the Battle of Pennyport, she fought with great glory and gained the attention of Argrav. Vasana followed Argrav into Brax, which is another place in the east, in the desert, and joined the army of the White Bull in the liberation of Parvis. Pursuing honor again, she fought with great glory at the Second Battle of Moonbroth and was nearly killed, receiving a nasty scar on her face, in the process of killing a lunar priestess. After the Dragon Rise, she returned to her mother's farm to recover. It was kind of like where the literally kind of not summoned, but woke like a dragon that fought in their cause, kind of, and that's what kind of broke the oppression of the Lunar Empire. How to play Vasana. You're a natural born leader with a charisma of 19. Take charge.
Nice.
You have strong passions. Hate, Lunar Empire, obviously. Devotion, Orlam, which is like the storm god and like the primal god, prime god of worship in Sarta. Honor, and your loyalties. Use them with when appropriate to augment your skills. Also kind of when you see like you think they can support what you're about to do in the passion,
Right.
then they can help you throwing the dice. Your high death rune makes you a warrior ascetic. You ignore pain and pleasure. Your high air rune makes you passionate, proud, and violent.
Okay.
Your lance attack while riding a bison can do huge amounts of damage, but you're better on the defensive when you use your sword.
Okay.
You have a good array of rune spells for combat, but you need to choose very carefully as you don't have any rune points to spare. Use demoralize on a foe before you fight them.
Okay.
Yeah. As you see, yeah, element affinities, air 90, air 20, moon 50, power affinities, man beast 50-50. It's always like equal, nah? Death 75 to 25 fertility, 50-50 in harmony disorder, 70 truth to 30 illusion, movement 75 to 25 stasis. And this, yes, I remember in the rules book there's kind of a nice overview that uses this. Yeah, oh, I opened it, it's that part. Nice. Yeah, when you think it shows a bit. Yeah. Open like this. Yeah, it's that, and then background, runes, obviously. Characteristics, the 7 characteristics. So strength, constitution, size, dexterity, intelligence, power, and charisma. Power is important for magic. Then under you have your typical attacks here for you. Like weapon, it shows the percentage, also what you have to roll, the damage you would roll, and how it's in what is called strike rank in combat actually. So here you have a broadsword, a lance, as in this order of how good you are with it. Broadsword, then the lance, then the battle axe, a medium shield, and medium, a bit in composite bow, and spirit combat.
Yeah.
Then, yeah, that's 5. 5 hit locations. Also here, right leg, left leg, abdomen, chest, right arm, left arm, head. It's also shown here as well, the diagram, so you see it easier. And 6 attributes, hit points. Also what is also here, how many you have, 12. Move, which often doesn't play so much a role. Strike rank, it means like how you start in combat. Rune points, how much you can spend on like rune magic points, damage bonus, and healing rate. That gets explained as well. Then of course here we have name, code, reputation, and ransom. You're an initiate of Orlanth, with the air and the movement rune. You're the code of Winger Adventurers. Winger is like the female version of Orlanth. Reputation, you have 20%, which is not bad. Ransom, 500 Luna. That would be like, which would be paid if you get kidnapped or lost or something. Then in the middle, you have your skills, obviously. You see the plus kind of how it is added to those.
Okay.
Passions here also as well. Obviously good in battle and stuff like this. Yeah, your passions. Then your creature, so here Molon, your bison, and its attacks, high hit location attributes. Also says here, Vazana rides a trained cavalry bison named Molon. When she attacks someone on foot from bison back, she rolls What tells you that? Then here, starting gear, treasures and abilities. So you have like a bronze disc plate, cuirass, bronze crease and vambraces, studded leather skirt, closed helm, magic items. You have a storage crystal, bronze image of Orlanth, and some lunar treasure.
Nice.
Then acquired items where you could write them in. Common rune magic on the side, rune magic spells, rune points, spear magic spells, and magical points. Yeah. But it's a little overview. We really get into the thick of it. So, this is yours, and here's your pencil.
Thank you.
Get good. Oh. Okay, yeah. Next time before we start, maybe clean it a bit.
Okay.
So it also has some intro text here. Very quite thirsty. Book 3. Runequest. Introduction. Read the primer. Okay. Welcome to Chlorampha, which is like the word, literally like the name of the word. Chlorampha is a mythological Bronze Age setting created by Chaosium founder Craig Stafford. Chlorampha is a world where gods influence every detail of life. The denizens of Chlorampha live their lives under the watchful eyes of the divine. Their every action is infused with faith, tradition, and magic. Chlorampha is also the setting of Runequest, one of the original tabletop role-playing game systems. All Chlorampha is made up of and guided by mythical archetypes called runes. These runes define existence, much in the same way that our world is made up of atoms and obeys the physical laws. Chlorampha is ruled by runes. These runes act as magical channels for the powers of creation. Chloromphans often wear them on their skin, and runes are also known to occur naturally in the formation of gemstones or the bark patterns on trees. You also like more close up of her. Vazana. You can see here very prominent on her shoulder this is the rune of death. Yeah. So Chlorampha is filled with all kinds of familiar and alien fantasy creatures. Humans are joined by elves, dwarves, trolls, and many more recognizable creatures. But even these familiar creatures have their own unique Chloramphan flavor. For example, like dwarves are kind of they go like very static, kind of like they want to just rebuild everything. Elves are more like natural plant creatures, and trolls are like they use like darkness, kind of from the darkness, and use darkness magic, but like which is like the prime defense against the chaos, which is from the outside, which is normally like the what you could say maybe pure evil or like bad influence.
I see.
And so the trolls are not necessarily like evil or something. Also, some people probably would see them as that, but yeah, they're just their own sentient race who came as first from the underworld. That's why there's a link to darkness, because like everything started in darkness, and then came the other elemental runes, so to speak. But whether that would go too far, and I kind of just know like it's more to that. In Grampa, humans are less technological advanced than in most fantasy worlds. They live in the Bronze Age, where walled cities and sophisticated agricultural systems are few and far between. Dwarves are bizarre, ageless, metal-born creatures, who toil endlessly to repair the ancient world machine. Elves are plants, not animals, and are far stranger than players may be accustomed to. Alongside these different perspectives on well-known tropes are humanoid, death-worshipping darks, rhino-riding nomads, a thousand other secrets waiting for you to explore. This scenario and even Runequest itself is only the first step into your journey through Craig Stafford's world. So board to your magic, ready your spear, Grandpa awaits.
Yeah.
So, about Vazana. Vazana, Doctor of Fanan. In the story, you are Vazana, Doctor of Fanan. You are a loyal Satirite, a master of battle, and a devoted worshipper of Vinga, an aspect of the god Orlanth. A full biography description we had on the character sheet. The only thing you really need to know about the hero of the story is that Vazana is, above all else, a fierce warrior. She is skilled with a sword as she is with the lance she used while riding her bison, Molon. And noted, like, everyone knows something about fighting, like, at least in Satirites, and, like, it's just a common field that you know at least to battle. And so even if you play as a farmer, you know something, nah?
Yeah.
By the way, those are kind of like everyone does their own job and have the profession, and those is kind of what they do outside of this, nah? When they have to do or go on an adventure or something. And even then, the adventure purpose is to help the community. It's all about where you live.
That's cool.
In general, not in maybe in the Soul Quest specific, but I just like for newcomers of who don't know anything about Grampa or the system, Runequest.
Yeah, Jack says, he by the way, that 1,000 secrets thing, that's not an exaggeration.
Yes.
Actually.
Yes. I think 1,000 would be too low a number, probably. So, Vazana also has a keen eye represented by a high scan skill, good tactical awareness represented by high battle skill, which doesn't mean how you battle, but how you kind of more command or, throw yourself in battle. Yeah. And is a competent leader represented by her high charisma and respectable orate skill.
Jack, oh, that's always handy.
Do not worry about remembering the mechanical details for now. These are explained to you throughout the adventure itself. Keep in mind a general understanding of this proud warrior, and you should be able to navigate the upcoming battle successfully and help determine the fate of Sarta and potentially all of Dragon Pass, which is kind of like the closer kind of region. Also, it's actually one pass, but all surrounding in the area kind of colloquial kind of called Dragon Pass. And yeah, dragons also exist, but are very stranger and bigger. So, but it prefaces some general things here still about before. First, taking damage. During the Battle of Dangerford, Vazana will undoubtedly be injured and will undoubtedly injure other people. In Runequest, whenever damage is dealt to a creature, it strikes a specific hit location, such as an arm, head, or wing. Also, like Runequest known for being very deadly.
Yes.
Not be careful. It's kind of like if you
can. Just the way I like it.
Yeah, I mean, if you can go out, if you can avoid combat in a normal story, maybe then you would do so, maybe. But then also everything matters what you do, like I said, over the years and seasons, etc. Like it's so good. And the damage is reduced by the armor of the hit location unless otherwise specified, and it is then applied to both the hit location's hit points and to the total hit points of the affected creature. Damage in Runequest can be incredibly dangerous. It can lead to scars, missing limbs, unconsciousness, and even instant death. For this scenario, the mechanics have been simplified to a few key conditions. while still keeping the deadly heart of Runequest combat intact.
Nice. Can't wait.
So, they explain here, unconscious, when Vasana's total hit points are reduced to 1 or 2, she falls unconscious. While unconscious, she is vulnerable to enemy attacks. Unless someone comes to her aid, she will be swiftly captured or killed.
Oh, so we don't want that to happen.
Yeah, probably more captured because the ransom.
Yeah.
Unless you would be so known or something, maybe that isn't worth it. I don't know. Compromised. If any of Vasana's limbs are reduced to 0 hit points, they are considered compromised. An arm so compromised cannot wield an item, and anything it carried is dropped. If a leg or abdomen are compromised, Vasana drops prone. She cannot do anything else that round. Attacks she makes are at half their normal success chance, and attacks against increase the success chance by plus 40%. If Vasana's head or chest lid location are compromised, she immediately falls unconscious.
By the way, I have to do an ad break in less than a minute. Just
Okay.
So you know.
Okay, just say, make a bing bing sound or something. Yeah. Hey, Dad. If Asana's total hit points are ever reduced to 0, she dies.
That's how it works, yeah.
Yeah. Healthy. As long as none of the previous criteria are met, Vasana is able to continue fighting and is considered healthy, even if she has bandaged wounds, bruises, aches, etc. A break.
Okay, we do our first little ad break here. We'll resume this after the break, so see you then.
90 seconds.
Yes.
Do-do-do.
Jack says add to that. Yay.
Yeah. It wasn't like 90 seconds, or was it?
Sometimes it ends early. Depends on the viewer, really. Like, if he says ads are done, then we can continue.
Yeah.
If they're done for him.
Experience. In Runequest, successful use of abilities merits a chance for experience and improvement. Throughout this adventure, you will make many roads for Asana's skills, passions, and other abilities. On a successful road, check the experience box next to the ability if one exists. You can see here. If there's no box, the ability cannot be increased through experience. If the ability is already checked, do not check it again. Lastly, battle result total. For this scenario, Vasana's impact on the Battle of Dangerford is measured using a tally. Rather than dealing damage to one of the hundreds of warriors on the lunar side and tracking the individual blows, wounds, and other minutiae, the battle result total (BRT) is a general guide for Vasana's effect on the enormous conflict. At the end of the scenario, Vasana's BRT will determine the battle's outcome, and she will be rewarded accordingly. Some actions, while strategically efficient, will break the traditional rules of engagement. You must balance your ability to keep tradition, preserve Vasana's all-important honor value, and manage the practical aspects of the combat ahead. Take a brief look at Vasana's adventure sheet and ensure you have all the required materials to play, like pencil, paper, and dice here. When you're ready, begin.
Let's go.
Yeah, and you might have guessed how the adventure is called, the Battle of Dangerford.
Sounds fun.
There's some maps in there, but like it's like not like a big place or something, or it's really like a very little danger. It's very little, very little.
Why would I want to go there then? I want to be where the action is.
It's a very little village, but it's at the fort, so of course a crucial point, né? I guess in strategical, I guess, né? And that's why you wanted to meet, because you could like use the fort to battle out. As a fort with a D.
Yes.
Though there's also a fort with a T, but Yeah, and so kind of from each side of the river, so to speak, you have kind of the different forces, and so they meet to battle there. So, number 1. Yovazana, Doctor of Fanon. Read it?
That I am. Yes.
Are you sure? You only said it 3 times. No, okay. Until recently, you have lived under the boot of the Lunar Empire. The cruel occupation of Zata, your homeland, pained your soul throughout your youth. From the relative safety of your mother's farm, you watched as Zata suffered under lunar occupation. Each year your father would venture out into the world to support the cause of rebellion. Each year he would return and regale you with stories of his adventures. One year, when you were on the cusp of adulthood, your father did not return. He was devoured by the Crimson Bat, a terrifying monster that the Lunar Empire uses to brutally control its subject nations. The Crimson Bat annihilated, and also, by the way, this conflict of those 2 nations is a tiny flick of dust in the big world, by the way.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
say, like, but for them, it's all. Yeah?
it's all about perspective.
Yeah, the Crimson Bat annihilated your father's soul. He will never know the peace of the afterlife. Such a barbarous act ignited a furious hatred within you. You left your mother's farm and lent your strength to the cause of Satellite rebellion against the foul Lunar Empire. You have fought for this cause throughout your entire adult life. Today you are trudging, right?
Trudging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the shallows of the Danger Ford, a strategic crossing along the creek. It's just the river corner, the creek. Danger Eye, the creek's only landmass, rises from the water like a spiked tortoise shell before you. Every inch of the island is covered with tents, banners, and warriors, all sworn to Carlisle Starbro, leader of the Satellite Rebellion. Every battle you fought has been for her and her cause, just like your father before you. It was like there's no principle because the other was just a lunar puppet. I think was killed. The sun has yet to rise and the wind is cold. Heavy grey clouds pollute the sky, and the echoing ululations of the priest of Engizi, the sky river titan, fill your ears. The water at your feet stirs in response to their channeled magic, slowly rising like clay to a potter's hand. This magic will deepen the fort and force the lunar infantry to march in knee-high water when they attack.
Oh, that won't be good for them.
Yeah.
Well, then that will be good for me.
Yeah. Yeah. So you notice, like, in other realms you have made it okay, magic assist, but there's certain wizards and stuff. Here everyone knows at least a little bit of magic. Magic is everywhere, like rune magic specifically.
Right.
So it's not the only kind of magic, but the most prominent probably, because runes, there's of course more masterly ones, like, and it means kind of the better you are, it's also mostly expected that you become maybe a priest and work for the community there, though. Like, with more power comes also more responsibility. Also in fighting, this one, like in everything.
Jack says, indeed.
Everything for the community, and you can't just like go on ego trip,
Yeah, Jack with great power.
Yes, indeed.
Comes great awesomeness.
Yeah. Comes to play. Try. As you walk towards Danger Isle, you cast your eyes across the assembly of tents. You recognize tribal markings from a dozen Dragon Pass clans, but there are also banners from Praxian riders, collection of mercenaries from Esrolia, and a set of ramshackle reed huts made by the ducks of the upland marsh. Oh, nice. Yeah, it's kind of like the major parts of Dragon Pass, so to speak. Each one of them knows the importance of this critical passage through the creek. Each of them will fight to the death to defend it. With such hosts of warriors assembled, how can the Lunar Empire possibly think they can win? Also, like I said, it's not small, but like I said, it's an important fort that technically leads to the mountains where Boldholm leads, also the capital, for example. So, a further association. It's like a further setback to them. You finish your approach to the island and walk through the tents towards the opposite bank. Like, I think it also is a map, so I've walked through that before. Kind of before everything starts. You can kind of better show it. Okay, here.
It's always the same size. It's just my window that changes.
Yeah. I know. It's for me, so I can better see how I hold it.
Okay.
So hard enough. Of course, you can't read it, but you kind of can see. Danger Fort, like the Danger Isle, is in the middle. Obviously, there's this fort on in the top right, where you can maybe see the Satirites, while they have some also stationed in the village itself, and there's like the little mass of the Lunas, which you see in red, in half red there. Whereas the others are green, that's why a bit harder to see.
Indexes are.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Finish your approach to the island and walk through the tents toward the opposite bank. You see the hordes of tents looming on the lunar side, and your heart sinks. The Lunars expect the Saturites to bring an army, and they've done the same. You raise one hand to shelter your eyes from the surrounding firelight and scan the opposite bank to take the measure of your enemy. Oh, our first action. To determine if you can spot anything in the shadowy pre-dawn, you must make a roll against your scan skill, which is 50%. Or 1d100, which means like those two dice. This means rolling two 10-sided dice and using one value for the tens and one value for the units, unless one die is clearly a tens die, such as the dice contained in the Runequest start set. So, see 8. So, you have 89, right? Yeah, because this is 80. 89. If you roll equal to or under your scan skill of 50%, you pass the roll. If you rolled higher than your scan, you fail the roll. There are further degrees of success and failure, but unless specific outcomes are called for in the passage, only success or failure are relevant for the scenario. So you failed. It's okay, it's just to see how a roll works, no?
Yeah.
So if you pass, go to 2. If you fail, go to 3. So goodbye 2. Hello 3. The Lunar Empire's forces clog the shores, the tents spaced in even columns, but you can make out little else. The sun has not yet risen, and the shadows cling to the camp like ink. The looming shadow of the tents is a sinister threat you can't wholly evaluate, but that you know will be deadly.
Bring him up.
Yeah, so no extra thing you know. Go to 4. 4. The Lunars may have more. Is it okay if I say the numbers?
Yeah.
The Lunars may have. So you have like in measure, ne? Or the steps.
Yeah.
The Lunars may have more soldiers and better organization, but you fight with the fury of the gods. Orland the Storm Lord visits in names of your champions as he skips along the water, and Humak, the god of death, sits beside every Saturate warrior as they wet their plates and also wet with age, wet the plates and don the armor. You walk between your companions, dodging campfires and weaving through rows of cavalry bison. In a few short hours, you will all be tested. Every Saturate will have a role to play, yourself included. I mean, you can also have a more look here. So you see, where does it say? Oh, yeah. Lunar forces assemble. Saturates in the danger fort. Saturate militia in the town, in the village. You see, we are here.
Yes.
Also, you are here. There's a Signa Camp, Greek Shrine to visit in, Isari Shrine, also the merchant god, Chaos Creek Inn, Isle Dangerous or Danger Isle. As a member of the cavalry, you will join the Saturate archers in skirmish as the lunar hoplites advance. When you reach the deepest part of the fort, you will fall back to your bison, ready your lance and shield, and charge the exposed lunar flanks amidst a flurry of arrows emerging from both sides. One misstep and the heavily armored lunar infantry will reach the Saturate ranks, devastating your forces. You cannot allow this to happen. You're shaken free from contemplation by the first ray. Also, just remember, also we say like it's deadly, and this is already why you are like a hero, like one who is capable of doing what you do and kind of knows what you're doing.
Right.
There's even one for the average.
I would just die. Yeah.
Yeah. Just saying so. Even that. You're shaken free from contemplation by the first rays of the rising sun. And soldiers around you shift nervously. When the sun is free of the land, the battle will begin, but for now the fog lingers. 4 waits patiently. You have a short time before the dawn fully breaks and will not rest. Instead, you look to the camp and prepare for battle. You may now, there are 5 options you could choose from.
Okay.
Pay your respects to your ancestors and the gods. Go to 33. Meet with Kalia Starbro, the Satellite leader, go to 5. Tend to your bison mount, go to 15. Ford the river and scout the enemy camp, go to 21. Head to the battlefield early and ready yourself, go to 49. So you can pay respects to ancestors, meet with the leader, tend to your bison mount, scout, or go to the battlefield early.
I'll tend to my bison.
Okay. It's a son with bison.
He's my partner. I have to make sure he's in good condition as well.
I know.
He's fighting in this battle just as much as I am.
I know. I just want to make the joke like he's a son with bi.
Jack says good choice, XD. Yeah, thank you.
I mean, ancestors is important too, but like I don't know. Maybe you can do several things, so I have no idea.
Jack XD.
Yeah. So I'm right. 21. No, 15. Sorry. 15. Yeah. Tend to your bison mount. 15. You decide to tend to your own affairs and cross the camp towards the makeshift animal pens. As you approach, the holes, whinnies, and smells of a dozen different species greet you. There are many beast riders within the Satellite army, and only some of them ride horses. Bison, llama, bison is with the 2L, né? It's like the high llama, they have very long necks. Bison, llama, zebra, war zebra at that probably, and all manner of animal are ridden throughout Grantha. Some cultures, including the most skilled riders of all, the Praxian nomads, treat any rider that uses a horse as a mount as polluted. Instead, they ride rhinoceroses, unicorns, impalas, and many other types of beasts.
Nice.
The different types, so each have like one. Like I said, I also like tapir, like humanoids who like have humans as cattle. Also, we're not as smart as actual humans. Praxian tribes often name themselves after creatures they ride. The Bison Riders, one of the most powerful tribes, have sent troops to fight alongside Kale. Your bison is being kept with their beasts. His name is Molon, and he has been with you for many years. He has protected you in battle in the wilds and provided comfort through your life. He grommets to you as you approach. It is good to see a friend amongst the turmoil. Here's a pinch of readying. Small one. You can see the movement rune in the middle. So, although a different version of him on the cover is a death rune, but good. Go to 16. 16. Molon chews happily at straw and leans into you as you brush his thick, matted fur. Once you finish tucking the knots free, you procure a small bowl of mesh pigments and paint runes across his side. A bison of unusual motion, Molon shares your affinity for the movement rune, and you join it in flowing patterns with earth and death. Your meditary potions are, now I can see also death and earth rune. Your meditative motions are broken by the crash of splintered wood and a loud peal of laughter. A pair of warriors are leaning against the edge of a nearby pen, laughing at their companion who has collapsed through the gate and into the muck inside. The trio are visibly drunk, and although the two still standing have the intelligence to quickly stifle the laughter, the collapsed warrior continues to kick and fixes you with an incredulous stare. So, glowing runes are mystic archetypes that donate the word symbology. For a detailed description of glowing runes, described here in the rules book, go to 17. The two warriors still standing slam their closed fist against their chest, a mark of respect. The collapsed drunk flicks mud at you before writhing about in fits of laughter. Warriors like this threaten the discipline and morale of the army. To quell these warriors, make an intimidate roll. If you roll equal to or under 25%, you succeed, so it's not high. But well, roll 1d100 again.
Jack says, he reminds me of a bit from Avatar. Join the Air Nation, your best friend will be a giant bison.
It's not how you roll.
That's how I roll.
No, that's let them fall.
Okay, fine, I'll do it again. That's
why extra gave you the thing so they can't fall over the table.
That's the way I roll, baby.
That's the way how you fall.
Back.
She wasn't even hitting the thing. Oh, she's
I'm bad at this. I'm bad at this.
It's
Okay.
worse than I thought.
Jack will burn.
Yeah.
I failed anyway.
58. Oh wow, that was a harder roll.
Yeah.
Guess this one was to show how to fail. No joke. So if you fail, go to 19. No, if those also if Yuzan ignores them and focuses on Molon, go to 20. Sorry, overlooked that. So still can ignore the roll.
Okay.
If you don't want to intimidate them, but focus on Molon.
I kind of wanted to intimidate them.
Okay. You failed. 19. You bark a command to the man on the ground, but he giggles in response and sprays you with mud again. As his two companions pull him to his feet, he flicks a rude gesture towards you and stumbles to the gate, drinking from his wineskin. The trio leave and you return to Came for Molon. You only hope they are not at your side during the coming battle. But I doubt, or like if he's drunk, like that sounds dangerous.
Just hope he's not fighting.
The fools will undoubtedly get somebody killed when the battle begins. Yeah. Modify the BRT by -2. Oh, oops. Wait, I write it here. Side. BRT. Oops. -2. That's nice. Go to 32. Okay. So you can maybe fairness I can see how many points are there. They're almost 200. 32. That's right. Yeah. The Sardaret camp stretches out before you. You still have some time before the battle begins. Make a note of this and also make a note of this entry. Once you have attempted 2 of the options below, go to 50. Okay. Okay, it's 2 options. Wait, 2. So either pay respect to ancestors, meet with the leader, tend to your mount. I mean, we did it, so I guess it counts as 1.
Yeah.
So pay respects to ancestors, meet with the leader, scout, or leave early to battle. Ancestors are important there. It's your decision.
Jack, today Cat Girl Gamer learns how to roll die.
Yeah.
So ancestors meet with leader, scout, or leave early. A scout.
Scout?
Yeah.
Okay. Ford the river and scout the enemy camp. 21. So you don't want any spiritual preparation.
No, I want practical preparation. I want know my enemy and be ready to fight.
Spiritual is also important because like it can maybe give you like magic points or runes points.
I don't need magic. I have a big ass sword, okay?
Yeah, but everyone has magic, like that's why it's just to try to show you understand the world. Like everyone is magic, and so you need to know magic too, and you will use it. Like that's why you initiate in the code.
Yes. Yesterday I said you let me make any decision, no matter how stupid you think it is.
Yeah, that's true. I just wanted that is not against your decision. It's just against like your thinking. If that makes sense. Also here, it's Winger's Altar.
That's nice.
Just what you're missing out on.
Okay.
Here, this is. Let's see. Das ist Wingers, also Orlamp female version, worshipped at her altar. I think there's also, and the other version, I guess, would be Humac's altar, which is that, like the god of death. I think there's a new comment.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting for you.
Jack Twilight about to be like, I cast Fist.
Yeah.
Just being the character that they gave me. You
No,
know, she
like
said like it was like honorable and like passionate and like loves to fight.
yeah,
Like,
but like not stupid.
be
That's what I mean.
stupid.
It said literally like Olymp is like the most important. Like I said, like the religion, like the belief and the magic is incorporated important part of the worldview. That's
Okay.
why I said you can't like this character. That's why I just help you. This character wouldn't say, "Oh fuck magic" or "fuck belief." No, like uh, everyone would be pissed at her. Like she would be disrespected.
Um, Jack, DMs need the plaque from SpongeBob. Like, we shall never deny a guest even the most ridiculous request. I actually know someone who has that at XD, and yes, he's a DM.
Ah,
Oh, pretty. That's why they aren't Goku. You're allowed to be smart about fighting.
yes.
Okay, fine. I'll go pay respects to my ancestors then.
So no, like you can decide. Like I said, you still can decide whatever you want.
No, you have a point. I'll go pay respects to my ancestors.
I just no, just making sure like it's not like influenced you.
No, you not influenced, but like you made a point that like spiritual and like magic stuff is important in this world. And like for me, um, uh, Orlanth is the most important thing. So yeah, it makes sense. It would make sense for her to do that.
Yeah,
I think.
like I said, like there are several things. I mean, it says two things, but if you want both, we can also do both.
I
Like,
just do the ancestors thing.
okay, just feel bad that I like if I feel like now I talked you into it.
No, like you're right.
It was more just to explain the word a bit, like to see that, yeah, that it plays a role, but like it's more like about there's a limited time what you can do, and if you think like you could like say like, oh, I didn't see like, but that's why you want to swim over and see if you can scout something to make up for while you failed so far.
Well, that was my thinking. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's okay. Like it's up to you how you want to play this character. Like, um, this says no wrong. It just said like how I would see it in the world as a background. Doesn't mean you can't do the other. So I just don't want to feel like I talked you into something. Ne?
Jack, look, you need to accept that magic and wishes are a thing in this world, and that I wish I was kicking you through the ceiling. What? Strength build, chance. Yeah.
Well, that would also not work without magic in this world. Sorry. It's still like in human relation strength and stuff like that. So I'm sorry, no, if I talked into it.
Okay.
Just like now, whatever you choose now, go as
Yeah.
ancestors, leader, scout, early battlefield.
Ancestors.
Okay, but no, sorry, you know me. Okay, 33. Also, it's the next one. Huh? In Grandpa, the gods are all important. That's literally what it says here. The first line. Sorry. Sorry. There's a vast pantheon of beings that make up the world, and every living creature within is connected to them. They are the source of all strength and weakness in Grandpa. They both hold the world together and create all the conflict within it. Some gods are worshipped as the patrons of tribes and clans, others are personal deities and guardian spirits. Although most people are dedicated to a single deity, all the gods are acknowledged and worshipped when appropriate. You, Vasana, worship Orlanth, the storm god. More specifically, you are devoted to the female aspect of Orlanth called Binga. When Olaf takes the form of Binga, she embodies a trademark courage, strength, heroism, and strong feminine aspect. You and many others find Binga as the form of Olaf most deserving of your worship. Ah, so then I thought you choose between the two, but okay. Knopf as a mythological setting, so it goes on. And the worship and identity of the various gods is a defining aspect. Vasana worships Swinger, but you and in your adventures through Karamfa will create your own adventures with their own relationship to the innumerable gods. Binga desires your worship. She may offer you protection better if you pray to her, yet toward the makeshift temples on the edge of the island. That's
also like I didn't make the connection like ancestors equals gods. I thought that meant like past family members.
Ah, okay, sorry. Sorry, I should have seen that, but sorry. Also, no, but it says respects to your ancestors and the gods. I just shortened it.
Oh, okay.
That was maybe, sorry if I confused you. Like it's also like, you know, in the battle you want the best advantage, ne? And like, you know, even if your character would see it for, also I think no one would see that, but if you think, oh, cheating, or like the enemies use that, then you want to make use of that too, and you can.
Right.
I think it's more like that.
Lydia says 9 cookies.
Okay.
Okay, sleep well. Lydia, sweet dreams until daybreak.
Yeah. Go to 34. 34. You make your way towards the edge of Danger Isle and join the procession of worshippers. 2 large shrines have been set up, one to Orlanth and one to Humaf. Each is decorated with special fetishes and sacred tokens. Crowds of kneeling supplicants reach forward towards each shrine, placing small fragments of cloth or jewelry upon them. Under their breath, they mutter the names of their ancestors. Your mind drifts to your father Farnan. His spirit is gone, devoured by the Crimson Bed, but his name and memory remain. If you can't stand against the Lunar Empire this day, then you will have honored the name of your father and his memory. Go to 35. And you take in the sight of the assembled worshippers, you are adjusted to one side by an enormous Praxian Stormbolt cultist. Just imagine like someone like, I don't have my sword, I don't need anything. I was rune magic goes. He pushes throughout and like I said, everyone does it. He pushes through the crowd towards the water of the creek, behind the shrines, and begins to splash it across his body ritualistically. Several other worshippers surround him, claiming their bodies as a mark of respect. You start to move before you adjust it sideways again. This place is packed with people vying for a chance to give worship. You step forward and gaze at the shrines. You could visit the shrine of Orlanth, your patron god, to pray for strength. See? Or you could visit the shrine of Humak, the god of death, for purpose and guidance on the battlefield. You're only a lay member of Humak's cult, though. In Chloranthan worship, it is not uncommon to praise multiple gods, so long as the beings themselves are aligned. Given the nature of the day to come, perhaps Humak would be a more fitting recipient of your praise. Whether or not you ultimately decide to offer worship to the gods today, you can always go to bathe in the waters of the creek and honor your ancestors in that fashion. To offer praise to Orlanth, go to 36. To visit the shrine of Humat, go to 40. To leave the gods be, wait until the river and praise your ancestors, go to 44.
I've got enough strength already. What I need is preparation and knowledge. I'm going to go to the shrine of Humak.
Even if you're just a lay member? Okay. Which means like not initiated.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, what strength do you have for 16? I think 20 or 21 is like human normal maximum. So 40. Yeah. Who marked 40? You make your way towards shrine.
It's almost time for another ad break.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's okay.
See you soon.
You're a kitty. So I hope I didn't offend you.
No, not at all.
Didn't mean to sound too pressuring. Eating is the new going to tell me what's like. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, have a bread or something, yeah? Just so you don't feel hungry. I could try pasta. Sure. Sorry. I'll be back.
Just waiting for. Usually Jack says when he adds it on, so.
Okay. Yeah. Sorry, we are slow.
Yeah, it's okay.
As I we don't how we feel, yeah?
Yeah.
You don't have to like 90-second commercial break. SCB 90. I have your Power.
Oh, yeah, we're done. Ads
Yeah.
are done. Yeah. You can
I have your Power. Okay. You make your way towards the shrine of Humak. It is much quieter here. The worshippers seem more restrained than those of Orlam. Most of them sit in a quiet contemplation, with their eyes closed. The shrine itself is a simple affair. A sword has been placed into the ground, surrounded by sweet-smelling incense that overwhelms the senses. A priest pours blood on the sword from a clay bowl. Approaching the shrine of Humak is like stepping into a bubble. It is as if the sound from the rest of the camp grows quieter upon your approach. Humak is a god of death and war. The worshippers here have an aura of quiet deadliness. Several Humakti sword priests, the most respected worshippers, sit in silence around the shrine itself. Their weapons are close at hand. These fearsome warriors make up the unshakable backbone of the strong Sardarite army. Humak is the war god and the master of the death rune. He owns it. His followers believe that divinity and purity can be found in the denial of the physical world and the senses, and the focus on duty and responsibility. You're only a layman of Humak, but you still respect his example. Okay. To show again his shrine. See, it's mostly like the sword there, because that's the most important. Yeah, again, to visit the shrine, or to offer praise to Humak, or to leave the gods be. I guess offer praise to Humak.
Yeah.
Go to 41. 41. You approach the shrine quietly and sit alongside the other worshippers. You close your eyes and begin to recite a set of ancient prayers in your mind. Around you, some worshippers are practicing slow ritual dances. Others chant the words to sacred hymns. Worship can be done through prayer, singing, dancing, meditation, the ritualistic burning of incense, and other practice unique to each individual god. An initiate would make a worship Humak role, but Vazana is only a lay member and does not have this skill. She may attempt to dance, sacrifice something important, or sacrifice magic points. However, Vazana has nothing on hand to sacrifice and needs her magic points for the upcoming battle. Still, though, she could use a blessing. If you choose to sacrifice one or more of Vazana's magic points, mark them off her sheet and go to 42. If you choose not to, go to 33. 43.
I won't sacrifice anything.
That's how normally worship, like how it works. If you can't worship directly, you do a sacrifice to the gods to get a blessing. I mean, that I'm just saying because I thought that was your purpose here.
Right, but I didn't know I was going to have to give up magic points to do it.
You don't, or you minimum only have to sacrifice one.
Okay, then I'll sacrifice the magic point.
Okay, then you can chart the things on the right side. Down there. Okay. Yeah, maybe you get a blessing, who knows?
So.
So the sheet and go to 42. You continue your prayers. You worship. You whisper them again and again under your breath until all the world around you fades away. In the silence, you continue to repeat them. You find blissful peace in the quiet. When at last you feel sensations return, your mind reawakens. You feel a pang of mild regret. The camp is chaotic around you, nothing has changed, but you feel like for the first time you're truly noticing the frantic energy of so many people so closely packed together. The sights, sound, and smells are overwhelming. You force yourself to relax and let the pleasant emptiness you found insulate you from the noise. You stand, nod at the other worshippers, and step away. You can feel the presence of Humak observing you as you step away. Increase the BRT by +5. See, that was a fact.
My half of the sausage thing.
Yeah. Go to 47. I'm getting closer to the bed.
Can't wait.
You turn away from the shrine and gaze out across assembled worshippers. The creek gurgles away nearby, filled with worshippers offering thanks to their ancestors. Is it nice how I read it?
Yeah.
To wait, so Iva, to wade into a river and give praise your ancestors, go to 44. To make your way back to camp, go to 32. So I guess you can stay do the answers as well, I guess.
Okay, sure, why not? I'll do my ancestors. Not like that. I don't know how that would work.
You step past the shrines and move towards the water. Cool clay and terracotta statues of people have been placed on the banks. You step into the shallows and kneel. As you splash water across your face, you take the time to think of those who came before you. Your all-important ancestors, those who defined your birth and inspired the struggles and boons you inherited. To some extent, you share these ancestors with all those around you. Even those who are not linked to you by blood have shown honor to your heritage by standing alongside the forces of Sarta this day. So just who are your ancestors? You are Olamfi. Your people came to Sarta and Dragon Pass many years ago from Hordland. Since settling here, you have fought off pursuers from the old country, raiders from the east and lunar occupiers. Yours is a heritage of fighting for freedom. Though others may call you barbarians, you know in truth that you are the loyal and passionate servants of Orland. It's like worshipping the ancestors. There's a picture. But what of your more recent ancestors? Your father Farnham was a great warrior.
Jack, I really like the artwork here.
I'm glad, me too. He was a champion of Starpro's rebellion, and he fought bravely in the name of Orland. Your mother, a farmer, tended a large farming in Dragon Pass. Each year you would watch your father leave and wait anxiously for his return, while you helped your mother tend to the crops. One year he did not come home. You would come to learn that he had been slain by the Lunar Empire. This tragedy would be made all the worse when you discovered that he had been consumed by the Crimson Bat. His very soul was destroyed by the terrible lunar living weapon. You were devastated, but above all you were angry. You left your mother's farm behind despite her protest to join the fight against the Lunar Empire. Today you will honor your father's memory, your mother's suffering, and the history of all your ancestors. As you consider those who came before you and the battles and legacy that led you here this day, you feel a sense of peace come over you. Although your ancestors do not grant you magical protection in combat the way the gods do, their presence is a significant in cultural importance. You feel a sense of pride and of strength. To offer worship to ancestors, go to 45. To learn more about the Crimson Bat, go to 46.
Offer worship.
45. You stand by in contemplation. It is not long before the memories of your ancestors turn to voices in your head. You take a deep breath and feel the heritage and legacy of your people wash over you. 1,000 voices echo through your mind, in particular through, though your father's is missing, but your other ancestors comfort you in his stead. And you finally open your eyes, you can feel endless generations of those before you watching through them. You spend a moment in the river enjoying the sensations, then step back, you will honor your forebears today. Go to 48. Let's see, time. 48. It's time to go. As you slip through the crowds of worshippers, you hear soft words spoken to you. You glance up and spot a high priestess of Oneida, the goddess of earth and fertility, nodding at you in approval. She clearly respects your piety, and your connections to the gods. You smile back, then continue on your way. You leave the gathered worshippers and make your way back towards the center of the Satellite camp. Go to 32. That's where it says, like, oh, when you're ready, you go to 50.
Yeah.
So it's about time. 50. Beautiful rays of golden light pierce the fog as the sun rises. The atmosphere in the camp changes from tense anticipation to frantic action. Suddenly you're caught in the whirlwind of activity. Grab your equipment, check your armor, string your bow. It's time to move.
Yeah.
You join the ranks of warriors pushing forward towards the banks of Danger Isle. Satellite warriors mill restlessly. The small island is packed with bodies. You shove your way through the crowd and get to the edge of the water. On the opposite bank, the lunar soldiers are forming into lines. They'll be coming soon. You have just enough time to position yourself and knock an arrow. Orders are being barked around you. The satellite line begins to slowly form up. You add your voice to the cries, rallying the troops. The battle begins. Make a battle roll to position Vasana and her warriors. So 91. Really not good rolling today.
I never have good luck with dice rolls.
Maybe I learn roll better. Wait, this feeling. Or equal to under 65? No. Would have been BRT by +5? No. Also it only says if. Nope. Okay. Go to 52. Now we also see here how it goes on with the battle. Just a quick kind of shows, but obviously we will probably hear, so probably don't look too long at that. It's 42, right? Yeah. 52. Warhorn sound of both sides. Satellite and lunar troops alike pull upon their bowstrings and raise their javelins. As is tradition throughout Grandpa, battle begins with an exchange of ranged weapon attacks and magic. Sometimes these minor exchanges are terrifying enough to end battles early and avoid additional loss of life. Unfortunately, the stakes are too high on both sides. Today, the battle will go much further. The skirmish will only whittle down each side. Oh, so here's, and it was from earlier, but like here's a picture when you would meet, go to the leader's tent. Get closer. And see all the tattoos and stuff, nah?
Yeah.
The runes. Your task is to remain in the skirmish as long as possible. Fire missiles towards the marching lunar infantry. Once they have advanced into the water, you will break away from the lines to find more on your bison and join the charge. Go to 53. 53. The lunar infantry marches. You stand in line with your fellow warriors. The presence comforts you. You draw your strength from your faith and the ability to fight beside you. Today the satellites push back against the lunar empire. Today your loyalty will be tested. Today you will win.
Yes.
In Runequest, heroes define themselves through their passions, which reflect their relationship with the world and the factions within it, such as their tribe, family, and friends. Passions can also be used to fuel action. If you wish, Vasana may draw inspiration from your loyalty Zata, 70%. Passion to augment one of her skills for the skirmish. Choose a single skill to augment. The inspiration will last for this full scene, so while you may choose any skill, her composite bow skill will be the most useful. Attempt a loyalty Zata roll. If you're successful, go to that. So you do a loyalty Zata roll, also 70%, so you must be under or equal to 70%. Come, you can do it. Yay! 15!
Whoa! Success at last.
Yeah. I mean, I think that was even better, even a better success, but it doesn't say here, so we get simplified rules, so we just say it's a success.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I think 35, also it would be a special success at least. If you're successful, go to 54. 54. 54. Satellite commanders dash. Dash back and forth behind the lines of archers, bellowing orders. Hundreds of arrows are drawn from the quivers in concert. Yours is one of them. You heave back your bowstring in time with your allies. Let the enemy come. You have every faith in your friends and in your leader. Sarta has long waited for this day. Your faith is in your brethren, and their powers is yours.
Yeah. Jack, a good roll. Thanks.
Yeah.
Cue the Persona 5 casino theme with your die rolls.
If you rolled 70%, or maybe here, if you rolled 70% or under, you achieved enormous success and may increase for Sana. Also here, if you rolled 14% or under. Wait, you did 15. Oh, so close.
So close.
Then it would be 30%, né? And under 4% it would be plus 50%. So it's so you increase Vasana's chosen ability by 20%. So if I understand right, it's your bow.
Yes.
So for this scene, it's plus 20.
So 27 instead of 7.
So that's points. Here is a percentage.
So
it would be
65.
Yeah, 65
Nice.
instead of 45. Okay. You may check mark the small box next to Vasana's loyalty, Zata passion.
Good.
The scenario will alert you when Vasana's passion fades. That's good. See?
Yeah.
Very simplified and takes us the
that?
easy road. Okay. Go to 57. The lunar horn sound a final time, and the infantry begins striding forward. The ordered march quickly turns into a crisis wait as they reach the knee-high water. Arrows and magical spells fly around you. The mass of shields and bodies absorbs the missiles one by one. See here. Drawn picture of the battle begins. Yeah, see the arrows fly. It's like ordered chaos.
Yeah.
Purple heart for Jack.
Oh, yeah.
The lunar line is over 100 meters away. It is a difficult shot. You raise your bow and draw the string. Oh, that's nice. Feeling your back muscles strain. After a beat, you lose the arrow, which slightly flies through there, twisting in the wind. Like a candle in the wind.
Don't say twisting in the wind. That gives me a Mori flashback.
Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
It's okay.
Due to increased range, half Vasana's composite bow skill. After adjusting for inspiration, if applied, then roll. Sorry, so it's increased range. So
30.
65.
Yeah, half that is 35.
Yeah, I think it's rounded down. I think. I'll let you round up, like 30, doesn't matter. So
33.
Yeah. Yeah. Now we roll for it.
Jack, our arrows will blot out the sun. Then we shall battle in the shade. Yes. Yeah. True.
Today we dine in hell. This is a 6. Yeah, a 6. Wow. That's almost a critical success. Because 1 to 5 is always critical.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I think that was a good success.
Yeah.
I think even still special. I think because I probably would tell you. I don't know, 33 or 50 or 33. It's like must be like above 6, no? Yeah. So it would be a special success. If you succeed, yes. Determine the hit location by rolling 1d20. Yeah, you can roll something else.
Jack, ooh.
Let's see who you hit where. Like, see, she has the box here, and there's a second time she would in front. That's where you can put it here in front of you.
I don't want to overshoot, so like
You can't. Can't.
I can. You underestimate my skills.
17. Wait. I think I'll say. Refer to the adventure sheet for the hit location result. Okay, that's even easier. Good. 17. Sorry. 17. The left arm. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so maybe shield armor, depending what I have. Good. Next, roll Vasana's damage and apply it to the location. So what does it say? Your composite bow 1d8 plus 1. D8 is this. Sorry for coughing, it's just not really sick, it's just
Jack, critical failure. This is like winding up to throw a ball and releasing it and it just flops next to your shoe or something. So
instead of the arrow you shot yourself. What?
He means my dice rolls.
It's a 4 plus 1 is 5. If you succeed, it says it's 1d8 plus 1 damage, so 4 plus 1 is 5. Also here, if you rolled a special success, which you did, 1/5 of your hived composite bow skill, Vasana impales the target. Nice. The damage is doubled, dealing 2d8 plus 2, actually. Okay, so you roll a second time.
Okay.
Ouch.
Sorry
to cut you.
I know. I've been meaning to.
It's relax. 4 again. Which is 8 plus 10. Plus 2, also plus 2 is 10, that's what I meant to say. Finally, if you rolled equal to or under 120 if you have composite bow, no, you haven't. Then it would do maximum damage and bypass all armor.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, almost. On 1 point.
Yeah, look at my awesome, like, I'm not even that great with a bow, and like my first arrow is like pierce through and deal critical damage.
Yeah, it's now hanging into one's person left arm, and they would have, if they want to use arm proper, they have to get that out first.
Yeah, and that was with a penalty as well.
Yeah, because of a range.
Yeah.
Although equipped to fight in the phalanx, the marching lunar infantry cannot maintain the defensive shield wall while wading through the waters of the creek as planned. No?
Yeah.
So they're unusually exposed to missile fire. They are all wielding shields that protect their left arms or seen chests. If either of these locations are rolled, reduce the damage by 12 as the arrow is absorbed. Oh no.
Oh, come on.
Oh no, it's absorbed, sorry. But the shield still suffers because it has hit points, no?
Right.
The damage is then reduced by the hit location's armor. In this case, the lunar infantry have 6 points of bronze armor in the chest and 5 points everywhere else. Reduce the damage by the appropriate amount before applying it. It is difficult to penetrate a shield and heavy armor with enormous success with arrow fire, it says.
Yeah.
But so you learn. But still you damage the shield, because as you see, I don't know if it's there, but no, not there. Oh, she doesn't. Oh, she has a shield. It's probably on the left arm. Normally it also has like shield. I don't know, probably because you don't wear your shield, but shields have also hit points. So in this imaginary person, like if it means it has 12, I assume the shield has maybe 12, I don't know. Maybe is almost brittle, who knows.
Yeah.
See what it says. If you overwhelm the armor, the damage increase ability by +5. No. I mean, that would be really like red, no? But I think it still did pretty good. No? It was a good attempt, no? Like I said. Like without the shield, also probably would have pierced the armor, no?
Yeah.
It's definitely stuck in the shield, I would say. If you reduce the hit points in effect location or not increase overwhelm the armor weight. I will this occasion on. Okay. No, it's because left arms or chest, so if you would hit somewhere else, and then the armor, see 6, and because sadly you hit the shield arm, I assume the shield arm, ne?
Yeah.
Also chest or shield, ne, because of the big shield, ne? That's why it got deflected. If it would hit anywhere else, then it would have penetrated the armor. Well, at least so you know that, no? For convenience, use Worcester to represent a sample lunar infantry soldiers. So that's why it shows that here. That's Worcester. Like, I guess he's ex-lunar or something. I guess I decided to represent one. Referring to his adventure sheet for values. If you reduce the hit points in location by twice, If you reduce the hit points in location by twice the location hit points or more, increase your ability by plus 15 instead. Well, okay. I mean, makes sense that you really have an an effect, no?
Yeah.
See the composite skill roll, you may check the box next to it. That you did. It's probably like I guess
Composite bow.
there. Yeah, it's also very reduced. Otherwise, yeah, could have more skills or something maybe. Well, still, I applaud you. Like, still, special success is still cool and almost critical success. Well, a critical success would have, what would have critical success done? Let's see, maximum damage, 18 points, and beyond all the armor. Yeah, good. Go to 58. Look at this sheet. You see, yeah. Left arm, HP 5. Okay. I guess, yeah, it's not shield, it's just the left arm. Okay. Medium shield, yeah. Oh, yeah, there it says. I know the points is like how much hit points weapons and shields and stuff has. See, yeah, the shield is the strongest thing, says 12. That's what second. Or large shield 16, but there's medium shield, so 12. Yeah, see how valuable the shield is.
Yes, indeed.
58. Behind the tide of lunar infantry, you see a black cloud of mundane and magic missiles come sailing through the air. Most of the missiles fall short of the satellite lines, and the wall of shields absorb the rest. You have another chance to attack. This time, the lunar hoplites are within your bow's effective range. Nice, so I guess not halved. Time. Okay. Make a composite bow rolling using your full skill.
Yeah.
So it doesn't say the passion is off, so I assume it's still on. So
right.
I guess 65.
65.
Huh? Okay, then roll a D100. Also the two dice.
Jack says that still only counts as one. Yeah.
What?
Jack says that still only counts as
one.
one.
A reference, yeah.
Yeah. I mean.
23. Okay. Third only, but it's still good. If you succeed, determine the hit location by rolling 1d20. So again. When I hit the head, I think it's 20 or something. 1920 is head, which is like, it could make one at least unconscious maybe. So 5 is left leg. Could be more incapacitating. We'll see.
At least I didn't hit the shield this time.
Yeah. Provosam's damage. 1d 8 plus 1. Yeah, normal success, so yeah, 1d8. That's it. Somewhere. Also, oh, hidden from me here. Yeah. If you're not happy with it, well, like you can roll again because it was like a drop. Third time inside the tray. Oh, 5 also. Both times 5. More than half at least. Yeah, plus 1 is 6. Previous, if a target shields, protecting, no. Next to damage is reduced by 5 or 6 points for chest, no 5 for the lunar armor. So 1. Final damage is dealt to the hit location, so 1 damage. Well, that's more than nothing like by this armor. If over in the armor, deal damage, increase the BRT by 5. Nice.
Nice.
Reduce hit points in effect location to 0 lower. Nope. More. No. If you succeed the composite bow skill, check the box. Yeah, we already have. Go to 59. Fun?
Yeah, it's very fun.
Before the lunar archers can return fire, a voice holds, "Shields, now!" You store your bow and pull up your medium shield. can see like how big it is. The hoplites or hoplites are close, and as the lunar missiles take flight once more, you retreat. It's time to mount your bison and charge.
Yeah.
Arrows fall around you and the other riders as you retreat. Several of your companions are struck. They stagger forward or collapse entirely.
Gotta do another ad break.
Yeah. Let's see it simplified. I think in real, I would make at least a luck roll if an arrow goes towards you, and then see if you can parry it.
Yeah.
And also probably movement and blah, blah, can put everything in there.
Indeed. Just some sauce.
It's like I wash it. Fun so far?
Yeah, it's really fun.
What would we do until 2 hours? And
That sounds good.
maybe do another day, an hour or something, parts.
That sounds good.
Once we started so late and
Yeah.
chill a bit before
Yeah.
the stream.
Also, I want to ask, do you have enough insulin?
Yeah, it was enough for a day, but even if not, I have the others as a reserve.
Okay.
Maybe 1-2 more times till tomorrow. That's fine.
Just don't want you to run out and the emergency.
Yeah. So I said I have those as a reserve.
Yeah.
The ones I had reserved last time, essentially, but like general reserve now.
Yeah, ads are done.
I am general reserve. Sergeant reserve.
Yes.
Ads are done. Good.
Yes.
Bing, ding, ads are done. Ding, ads are done. Okay, what we had, get to 58. Oh yeah, we had that. Go to 59. Yeah, the shields, also Vasana, there it says Vasana cannot parry a ranged attack using her shield. But reading it protects 2 locations, her left shield arm and another location of your choosing. Choose one other location to protect. It can be her right or left leg, abdomen, chest, right arm, or her head. Go to 60. What do you do? Which other location?
Right.
Let's see. I guess you have a close. It doesn't show on the picture, but you have a close time, no? So you're not wondering, you don't wear anything there.
Okay. I think right arm.
Right arms, you. Like this. Why the right arm?
Because that's my sword arm. If that gets hurt, then I can't use my sword or weapons.
You could also argue if they hit your abdomen or your head, it can be that you're at least unconscious or
True.
dead.
Yeah. Okay, then abdomen.
Okay, go to 60. 60. You dart this way. What?
Just hold it like this.
Yeah, like this. It's a medium shield, though. You dart this way and that, dodging between fallen combatants. Moments before you disappear between the rows of tents, the final volley finds you. Oh no. 3 arrows fly towards you, each with a 50% chance to hit. Roll 3 times to determine how many arrows hit.
Roll what, D100?
Yeah. So I guess you want to roll over 50 this time. Time to roll bad or good in that sense. 35, the first hits you.
Ah.
7. The second hits you.
I'm gonna die right here, aren't I?
I just write the numbers down just in case. 26. Now you're throwing good when you want to be hit by arrows.
Oh!
Okay. Determine the hit location for each attack by rolling 1d10 20 and referring to the adventure sheet. Yeah. So first arrow. 4 is right leg. So right leg. Second. 12. Or chest. Well. And the last.
I'm gonna die right here.
No. It's easier, but like it's not to say like that easy. And right leg again. It could be your right leg could become incapacitated, maybe. Who knows? Okay. Each roll of 50% or lower succeeds, yeah. And each roll of 10% or lower, yeah, we have 1. It's a special success, and 3% is like, okay. No, you have only 1 special success, meaning the attack impaired. So the 1 in your chest.
Oh, I'm dead.
No, it's just impaired.
Oh.
Damage is doubled 2. So like for so now you do 1d8 plus 1 for the first arrow. 5, 6. So for the third arrow we do first. Let's see. 6, it's 7. And for the middle arrow, twice the arrow, twice the dice. 3, okay, that's good. Can we go lower? Okay, 7 plus 2 is 9. If Hosanna's shield was protecting the hit location, now you have abdomen, not chest, so like, well, like arm also wouldn't have protected, like, reduce the damage dealt by the shield's hit points. Nope. Then reduce the shield hit points by 1 if the hit points are exceeded by the damage. Shields have increased defense ability, but over time they're weak and become less and less effective until they eventually break. Any damage is then reduced by Vasana's armor, which varies between locations that apply to hit points. Refer to Adventure Sheet to see her armor and hit points in each location. Any damage dealt to her is applied to both the hit location, hit points, and the total hit points. Let's see. First right leg, your first 6. Let's see. Okay. So HP must be then, so right leg has 4 HP. Let's just see. Is it like if literally have the points reduced to 0 or lower, she's been injured. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. Okay, so 4. So first one hits her like bam, right leg. 6 damage, HP 4 of the leg. So this is like 0. Also her right leg is 0 already. So probably incapacitated. You have like a hit points, you see. We have -2 hit points, which you see at the end, I would say. So now we have the chest, which has HP 5. It does 9 damage, so your chest is also 0. And what was 5 minus 4? Right leg again, 4 damage. So this is 7 minus 11. You see, it's deadly. It's deadly. 13 more damage. Like, oh Jesus. Jesus. But his total hit points are reduced to 0. She is killed by the attack.
Told you. God.
It's
Game
very
over.
that was kind of mean.
That's how it goes, I guess.
Yeah, but like, you had like bad luck because twice the same hit location, né?
Yeah.
The thing that's kind of mean. So you would have died. Also, let's say, this is the first version. We'll try to. I would offer to do like the arrow thing again. Make it like in the sense of easy version that you roll again for all those and then you pick the easier thing. How about that?
Okay, let's do that then.
It's a very short thing, kind of.
Yeah. So, D100, right?
Yeah. Also no. Yeah. Sorry. And also one special. That's why 55. See, is much better. That failed. Failed to hit you. So second, you only have to at least go higher than 7, but like the more the merrier. Like in the end, if you survive, you can still check what the result has been of the alternative version. 9. It's better than 7, I guess. But it is still a special success. Not good enough. Where's the other? There's the other. 65 fail code. So now you roll for which it hit the. Where is it? There. Location. There, like a leg or something. 1.
Right leg.
It's a right leg again. Well, it's better than chest, huh? Sorry. Again for damage. Twice the number, so try to as slow as possible. Yeah, 1, good. Another time. Was slided, but like we let it slide.
This one doesn't roll so well anymore.
I know. It's better than the D4.
Yeah.
3 is a 4. Plus 2 is 6. Let's see, right leg, it's probably over, yeah. So the right leg is 0 and minus 2. So you take 2 to your total hit points to 10. See? Still not good. Yeah, like your right leg is less functional. But it says if total hit points are reduced to 1, I don't know. Points are reduced to 0. If any of her hit locations have the hit points reduced to 0 or lower, she has been injured but may be able to continue. Go to 62.
I can still fight.
Yeah. The dull part of an arrow slams into your body. Like your right leg was like. You stumble forward and almost collapse. You grit your teeth. Agony threatens to turn the world black. It's also kind of like I forgot to say like that. It's what I would do as a GM also in real that if it's really bad, like you can maybe roll a second time and see what's a better result.
Yeah.
Depending on what it is. The effect of hit location being overwhelmed varies based on the severity and location. If multi-location have been reduced to 0 or lower, all the effects apply. If one of Vasana's limbs is reduced to 0 or lower, it is useless until healed. If her leg is wounded, she falls prone. If her arm is wounded, she drops what she's carrying. Nope. To seek healing for wound go to 63. So let's see, if Vasana's chest, head, or abdomen are reduced to 0 low, she's incapacitated in critical condition. This also occurs if any of her limbs takes damage that equals or exceeds double their hit points. Okay, that wasn't the case. If her head, chest, or abdomen takes damage equal to or more than triple their hit points, she dies. Fate is turned against her. Yeah, see? Also good, huh? If double, like, it's critical in 3 times, like, well, yeah. But you're only, like, you fall prone, also, like, you're like,
Yeah.
Can roleplay if you want.
It's like I am. It's like I can't really lie down here, but like I'm trying to show as much as I can.
Yeah, I could imagine like maybe limping on the one leg, or like trying with the sword, like to like use it as a stick.
She wouldn't like I said she falls prone, but like be like trying to still drag herself.
Yeah,
with her arms.
Indeed. To seek healing for and it was the second or the first misses there, and you're lucky that when you fell prone, but then you still missed the third. I'm glad that you didn't get like a penalty for the third arrow then. So to seek healing for a wound, go to 63. You clutch at your wound, groan, and force yourself towards the pale white tent of the Shalana arrow healers. The Shalana arrow is kind of like the god of the healers, so to speak. She is a fertility rune, I think. As you approach, another warrior offers you their shoulder and helps to hoist you inside. You're laid on a wooden bench. A bundled blanket supports your head. As the healers begin to work over you, you close your eyes and let the world fade away for a moment. Go to 64. You blink and open your 64. You blink and open your eyes. The tired face of a Shalana arrow cultist, pacifist who devotes themselves to healing others, blurs into your vision. 2 other initiates stand nearby, dressed in white robes with golden sigils. They're muttering to themselves too softly for you to hear, and their hands are tracing over your body, the runes tattooed on the palms glowing with golden light. You feel strength begin to rapidly return. 1 initiate points you into a sitting position and passes you a bowl of sweet-smelling soup clotted with herbs. You drink deeply and feel the cloud in your mind fade away. The initiates do not linger. You know your duty. You take just another moment to catch your breath, then shrug back into your armor, grab your sword, and leave for the stables. Because you need to ride, huh?
Yeah.
Well, very important with your leg, nah?
Right.
The cultists have cast Heal Body on Vasana. This powerful rune magic fully restores their hit points in all hit location. It is potent enough that it can even reattach missing limbs.
Wow.
They have saved her, brought her back to the fight, but at the expense of someone else. Also, I think like if you would have, I think three times the amount of damage to your right leg, for example, although probably not with an arrow, you would have like lost your leg, like ripped apart. But they could have healed it here. They saved her, brought her back to the fight, but at the expense of someone else. Reduce the BRT by -5. Sorry.
It's okay. I can still fight.
Go to 65. 65. You weave between the tents and towards Molon's pen. The other riders have already departed, and Molon huffs at you indignantly as you slide into the stirrups. You urge him forward with a sharp cry. Depart the stables, bound for the front lines. The stage of the battle is critical. If the lower hoplites reach the Sardarite ranks, it could spell defeat. But if they're caught by a cavalry charge in deep water, then that could swing the day in your favor. Through the remnants of the banished fog, you can see the shapes and patterns of battles on the northern bank of the island. More disturbingly, you can hear it all. Furious roars, the crackling of matching the holds of the wounded and dying. You ride towards the battlefield and your allies. Enough time has now passed for any inspiration or despair Vasana gained during the skirmish to end. Also so her passion, ne? Not anymore for the bow.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, we just know, ne? It was just for the bow. Go to 67. You spur Molon forward, heading west towards the river. When you reach the water, he charges on, completely unconcerned by the higher water. Splashing through the reeds, you can see the lunar infantry pushing closer and closer to your archers. A wave of fear rushes through the Satellite ranks, who fire faster and faster, desperate to push the enemy back. But the arrows just clatter harmlessly against the lunar shields. You wheel Molon around and join up with the assembling riders. The lunar empire marches forward, seemingly unstoppable. Hot anger flushes your face red and you grit your teeth. It takes every bit of restraint. You have to wait for the horn and not just blindly charge. Sorry. If you wish, Vazana may draw inspiration from a hate Lunar Empire passion to augment one of his skills for the charge. Choose a single skill to augment. Inspiration will last for this foreseen, so while you may choose any skill, her right bison, lance, dodge, or medium shield skills will be the most useful. Which you choose?
Lance.
Like right bison, lance, dodge, or medium shield?
Lance.
Okay. Then make a roll for Hate Lunar Empire. What is the Hate Lunar Empire again?
90%.
90?
Yeah.
Really? Ah. I thought I was loyalty SATA. Okay. Oh, you marked it already.
Sorry, I thought I was going to. I forgot that I needed to make a roll first.
Yeah, make it. Yeah, it's fine. So roll for it. So it's very easy. Like, don't go over 90 and you're good. Yeah, 43. I did 43. So if success, and for lands we notice, if successful, go to 68. Okay. Howls of anger fill your head, the cries of 1,000 murdered Satellites. Your own father, fed with a crimson bat, joins the haunting screams of anguish. Without realizing, you let out a peal of fury and squeeze tightly on Molon's reins, your knuckles wide. You will make them pay for their transgressions. Your hatred gives you strength. If you wrote equal to or under 90%, okay. If you wrote 18% or under, no. So 20% again. For the battle's duration, let me check the small box. Yeah, you did. So 20% to lands. What do you have now there?
90.
With the addition.
Hmm.
Okay. By the way, things can go over 100, no? The specific rolls. And that's essentially, it gets minus from the opponent first before applied. So you can have like 120, 50 or something. So this scenario will alert you when Vazana's inspiration fades. Yeah, go to 71. Oh, we have another Cyberite army charges. Actually, yeah. Ready.
2 minutes.
Yeah. Let's see an appropriate point to end. 71. The infantry marches closer. You're moments away from battle. You measure your breath as you wait, feeling the strength of the runes all around you. You have access to 2 types of magic. So, let's see, this is the right one. 86 and 71. Yeah. 2 types of magic: spirit magic and rune magic. When you use spirit magic, you communicate with the spirits that exist throughout the world. To use rune magic, you channel the power of the gods and reconstruct their heroic deeds. Every Groundman has access to spirit magic. It is a part of life. You have learned your spells from your parents, your tribe shaman, and your ancestors. Rune magic was taught to you as an initiate in the code of Olaf adventurers. It tends to be more powerful than spirit magic, but has a higher cost. Where spirit magic consumes magic points to cast, rune magic use rune points. Not only do you have fewer rune points, 3 points compared to 24 total magic points, but they cannot be recovered without committed sacrifice and prayer. If you want to cast the Spirit Magic spell Mobility or the Shield Rune spell, go to 72, otherwise to 73. And tell you what it does. I just assume. So, which ones are this? Rune spells. Rune spell Shield is gives it 2 points of magical armor and 2 points of counter magic, depending on how much you invest.
Okay.
The Spirit Magic Mobility. Let's see. Do we have that here? Show me. Here. Mobility doubles the movement speed and strike rank -1. So faster. Yeah, you can do that, or if not, 73.
I'll cast Mobility.
Okay, 72. Molon just beneath you, eager to charge forward, but you ease him with a hand and focus on your spell. The battle is raging around Vazana and the time is limited. If you wish, you may attempt to cast a spell twice. After that, you must continue. Cast a spell twice. Okay. Vazana's mobility spell doubles the speed of a target and reduces his strike rank by 1 for 2 minutes. Vazana may cast a spell on herself, but since she is riding her mount, Molon is also a viable target. Given that Molon may be slowed by the water of the fort, this seems a good idea. Choose the target, then make a power roll. First, Vazana's Shield Runes will confer or Molon 2 points of magical armor and counter magic for 15 minutes, lasting the duration of the charge for 1 rune point. Which may increase the magic armor and counter magic by 2 points each per additional rune point spent. So let's hear more. You may also use Vazana's extension spell to increase the duration for 1 hour, which full battles rarely exceed. Once you have decided, make an air rune roll. Okay. Also may attempt to cast a spell twice, so I guess if it fails the first time, you can try a second.
Yeah.
So you said mobility.
Yes.
Choose the target. So,
Molon.
Yeah. Then make a power roll. So I think first multiply Vazana's power by 5.
So 15 times 5 is 75.
75. Then roll equal or to under it.
$25.
25. Oh, good. If you succeed, the spell is cast. Reduce your magic points accordingly. Record your temporary modifiers. So once you have decided, make an air rune roll for the first spell. Oh, okay, sorry. Oops. We keep that in mind, the result.
Okay.
Air rune roll for the first spell. If you succeed, the spell is cast. Reduce Vazana's rune points accordingly. Let's have to decide. Oh wait, what is it about this one? I know it's about the second. That's why I was confused. What's about the rune spell? Okay, no, it's all fine. Also just spirit magic. So Morland is twice as fast. And it means the strike rank is 1 - 1, so 1 faster. Okay. If you successfully cast mobility on Morlong, go to 74. Okay. 74. Suddenly the horn sounds behind you. Its deep tones announces the cavalry charge. Guess you can put by Warlord twice the speed, -1 rank SR strike rank. The deep tones announces the cavalry charge. Molon rears in response, recognizing the sound. The mobility spell surrounds him, and as he charges forward, you pass the rest of the cavalry, racing towards exposed lunar flank. Go to 77. Okay, finish them. Molon 77. Molon maybe that is the last thing. Why not?
So
yeah,
its move is speed, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But maybe they have it also accounted for. So here, maybe here it's the last thing. 77 sounds also good.
Okay.
Molon crashes into the scrambling lunar infantry with devastating force. Your lance plunges towards them. Make a lance roll. The target opposes Vasana's attack by parrying with a large shield. 55% roll. Compare the two levels of success and refer to attack and parry results table. Book 1. Don't need because I have it here in the extra sheet even. Attack and parry results here. So you make a lance roll.
Okay, so 90.
90.
And also from Bison back, when Vasana uses her lance while charging with her bison, she uses Molon's 3d6 damage bonus and not hers.
Yeah, it's damage, no? So okay. It's about if it's successful.
Okay. Also, there's another ad break coming up.
Sorry.
No. You didn't make Twitch. It's not your fault. Okay, so I do 90.
I'm not careful, that's why I have this here.
I'm sorry, okay?
Oh, sorry.
Just flipped up my hand, it's fine.
Wait, that was for 64. Was your lance?
90.
So 64 under 90. He has 55. Yeah, I roll for the opponent. That's 100, so that's a fumble.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
It could give you extra boost. No, that was before that break. Oh, wait, like. See, I rolled good.
Yeah.
Also bad, but good in that sense.
You did.
Yeah. But I always have a knack for rolling bad, so I used it here. Can't roll worse.
No, you can't.
Oh, wait, is it 100? Wait. Would it be, 1 and, no, it would be 1 and 0, 0, right? Yeah, I think. So no, it's 10, actually. So it's actually...
So how do you roll 100 then?
0, 0, 1.
Oh, okay.
Also, I think, yeah, it has 0 and then 1, sorry. See that good I said, 10 actually. Sorry. Opposite.
It's okay. Jax adds a done. Hehe, funny thing is one of those ads was Sonic Frontiers using Don't Stop Me Now. Didn't expect Queen, but I'm not complaining. Nice.
Yeah. Okay, we rolled. She had 64 under 90, and for 55% shield, I did a 10. Now, as long as the defenders succeed with their parry, they will reduce incoming damage by the shield's hit point, 16 for a large shield. Where's this? Damage Vasana deals changes based on the success level. Okay, so it would be shield 60. Normal damage, special, critical. Geez, that's a lot. The 64, yeah, that's definitely a normal damage. The critical is 22 plus 3d6. Of course, maximum damage plus the bonus.
Yeah.
Normal damage is what, but the 1d10 plus 1 plus 3d6 bonus damage. So 1d10. I'll allow you to roll a second time. See, 6. 7. 7. I'll roll the d6 3 times. So that's 7. And 6.
6 again.
Okay.
And 5.
5. Okay, or calculation 13. This is 11. 24 damage.
Nice.
Also, like not end, of course. Reduced by the defender's shield on a successful parry, but bypasses any armor. The parry is fumbled. Vasan deals normal damage, even if she misses. If you roll a better success, she deals a higher damage. If the defender rolls a higher success, Vasan's attack is deflected, dealing no damage. I think it's not 10. Is it? If the parent, defender rolls a higher success, Vasan attack is deflected, dealing no damage. Additionally, her lance takes damage. Yeah, attack and parry results able to determine how much. Now she does 1d6 plus 1d4 points of damage. So just the lance support 0. If the parry was successful, any damage that overruns the shield to the defender's shield on the left. If they failed, roll to determine hit location. No, they're they're affected. So it's at 16 a shield, so 24 minus 16. You do 8 points to his shield, through his shield. Where do I have? There. So left arm, HP 5. So you deal through the armor, no, through the leg. Also, what does it say armor here? We say armor? Or that's his HP, I think, no? Yeah. Because it doesn't has. Okay. Also, you reduce the damage by the armor. Bypass if you got a critical success, and by the shield hit points if they're parried. Then reduce the hit points. Yep, it's a shield. Typical armor deal damage. Yeah, so show in the armor, right? So that account. So now the HP accounts for the armor, I guess. Okay. Sorry, wasn't sure. Okay, yeah, you do 8 damage to HP of 5, so you really like should have made his arm useless. So left arm, like 5 minus 3, and 3 to his direct hit points, which would be like 13. Don't know if that matters. I'll just write it down.
Charging, just like.
Yeah. Yeah, if you overwhelm the armor and deal damage, increase the variety by 5. Reduce the hit points in the effect location to 0 lower, increase the variety by plus 10. Yeah, points the location by twice the location points, no, but plus 10.
We can take him with me.
Yeah, if you succeed the lance roll, you may check the box next to it. The second next is like a decision, though I guess this is still kind of fighty, so I think maybe a good point to do this still. 78. You smash through the infantry. Molon pushes through the seepy mass of soldiers. Most are staggered before you. One particular vicious lunar manages to strike up at you with his curved Cobus blade. The attacker strikes at Vasana with a Cobus 60% roll. Make a medium shield or lance roll, depending on what she is parrying with. Lance is, I think, two-handed, right?
No, one-handed.
Where does it say?
There.
Ah, okay. So you could. So, yeah, it doesn't say. So I guess you can decide. I guess maybe what you're better with parrying. So, I guess just the roll. So I guess what is higher, lance or shield? Lance probably, huh?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and you didn't you use the passion on that?
Yeah.
So it's 90.
Indeed.
Let's see. Yeah, of course you would parry with that then.
Yeah,
Huh?
of course.
It's parry time. Compare the two levels of success and refer to the attack parry swords. Yeah, we have here. As long as you succeed Vasana's parries, she can reduce the damage by her shield lance's hit points. Also the downside is your lance might take hit points, no? Damage dealt by the attacker change depending on the success level. Okay. I think I roll just first because if they fail. So they have 60. Okay. Try to roll bad. Over. 76.
Yeah.
That's a fail.
Woo.
Yeah, that's a fail on their side. So then you do 90%. Ooh, it's a 3. I think this is a critical success. Oh, that's like it's only worse, I guess, if you fumble. Like, wow. What a naive guy. To mess with you, huh?
Yeah.
Rolled a better success than Vasana's opponent. She may completely deflect the attack, taking no damage. If you fumble her parry, attacker will hit her with no. So if the attacker rolled the same success level as you or higher, succeed with the shield parry, any excess damage is dead to shield and enough. If you fail, the opponent must roll. If you succeed on your necessary, or may add a check mark. You can check mark to also no lance you have already probably, no?
Yeah.
Vasana's legs are compromised. No. Woland's 4 quarters will reduce lower. Sheesh. Vasana has cast the mobility spell. It fades, by the way. That goes to 97. So let's see what it says here. Because I guess they didn't expect you to do so good here. That's parry. So he attacks. So failed attack versus critical parry. Attack parried or deflected. Defender rolls parrying weapons special damage. Attacking weapons HP reduced by the damage rolled. Okay. So twice the amount. So you have you roll 2d10 plus 1 or 2? 2, I think. No? Yeah, because it's twice. So nice. Yeah. Roll 2d10.
3.
Okay, another.
8.
That's 11 plus 2 is 15. And now 3d6. was the first?
2.
Okay.
6. And 2.
Okay, 8, 17. That's 25. So that's a different guy. So was she at 16? So 25 minus 16, I assume, is 9. Also, we didn't say Fenrir's rolls parrying weapon special damage. Attacking weapons HP reduced by the damage roll. Okay, that's how it works. Oh no, ignore. So, nice. Do we break his weapon? You attack with 25 damage to his weapon. Huh? So, and he has a Copus, the set, right? 12 points.
Like he's just like,
yeah. So you destroy his Copus, and you still apply 13 damage. So it doesn't say there, but I was it funnel? That says the same. I just wanna do. It doesn't say like if I stand erect, if it just destroys the weapon, or would it affect his arm as well? I would say so. Right?
Yeah.
So, and his arm doesn't have much, so he would. His right arm 5 remaining, 8 left. So, like he like when he like he's standing there against you riding bison and insert like grayscale, like in this moment he fucked up.
It's basically like my whole sequence was just like charge and like super powered like double speed bison, like a smash lance right through shield and into someone's arm, and someone else comes at me from the side and I just like swing back, knock the weapon out of his hand and like slice through his arm as well.
That was one person or two.
Oh, so the same person.
Yeah.
Like I shoved my lance through his shield and then he tried to hit me with the sword and I just like
no, like everyone runs away from a bison, huh?
Yeah.
But like he says, no, I stand my guard here, and wants to attack you with his Copus.
Yeah.
And you said like, no, you're just charging with your lance, and like I don't do anything here. I deflect that while there, and like so essentially like he stands there and you come with your lance, like you break his shield. You break his weapon, his arm, and like and wound him critically. Like I think how much HP he has. No, good, he has 16, quite healthy. But you still do half his life points. He slices his life points in half, so like he's not in critical, but like he is probably very much in shock. Like and his arm is in pain. Like he can't use his weapon. His weapon is broken, and his arm as well, so he can't do anything. So he would to get out of there.
Nice. How about that?
Jack says something.
Oh, Jack, enemy, I've made a terrible mistake. Spy, oh, I've made a terrible mistake. That's you. That's how damn you sound.
I thought I like this bit, like black and white, and like in this moment he knew he fucked up.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like, so I again said like, wait, that wasn't smart. Flash. Also see how easy it is on both sides. You see the first attempt, you died against 3 arrows flying at you. And here you just like almost
smash shields and break arms.
And you almost like killed a guy without nothing.
Jack, oh, errors have been made. Yes.
Yeah.
Critical errors. Your first error was challenging me to combat.
Yeah. Imagine this attack if you wouldn't have parried but actually try to attack him, and
Yeah.
now well, it depends on his parry, but like, or against the head, like, maybe as a good comparison, imagine, just for fun, he has HP 6 in the head, also helmet, and just imagine he didn't parry his head, and you hit his head with 25 damages more than 3 times, you would like outright crush his goal.
His freaking head just hit it with the lance, so like he tries to attack me, and like I just like knocked through, like the blade like glances off my lance as I thrust it forward like right into his head so hard that his head just explodes.
Yeah, but well, the rules doesn't work like that, sadly.
Yeah.
But like you see what happened to his arm, also like you devastated his sword and arm, like actually wait, 8 damage what he had on his arm. Wait, what was that? 13? Oh, actually you did 13 damage to his arm. Like if you would have done 15, like he would have severed his arm from his leg.
Well, I mean that's still pretty good though.
It is a fun on the side, like compared like to die at 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe as a little tease for next session.
Okay.
Maybe there's only 2, like have a feeling we go faster now. Out of range from attacks, small on turns and circuits the massed infantry. You take stock of the situation. Some of the cavalry are still stuck in the lunar swarm, struggling to free themselves and mount another charge. But the majority have regrouped in the west and are preparing for another assault. Several riders have dropped their lances and tucked out bows. They strafe the lunar archers on the shore, firing towards them, then riding hard off of range. A horn sounds from the eastern charge. Carla's warn horn, she needs aid. It's interesting it doesn't give you any BRT for that, but I personally would give you, like I said, I say in brackets 5, like GM decision maybe if we need some at the end. Because I think there was a cool action like where I said like about the enemy earlier, so why wouldn't it count now?
Right.
Or even 10 because you did even more, so I would say 10 then in that case. Oh, see. Boom through it. So for next time, you can try to contribute to the battle here or rush for Calais. Once you have attempted 2 of the options below, go to 92. So charge the lunar infantry, 77. Strafe the lunar archers, 80. Heal yourself with magic, 85. Seek out Calais, go to 91. I mean, you don't need healing, no? So that much is sure, no?
Right.
More in the infantry because it's nice, no? Or if you want to try to go against the archers, or you seek out the leader on the battlefield.
I seek out the leader.
Really?
Yeah. It's a valuable ally, and I don't want to lose any of my allies.
Okay, just maybe support them or something, no? Oh yeah, she said she needs aid, so yeah. Here, totally gets the honor, probably.
Right, and I'm like, honor is the most important thing to me.
Indeed, it's said. 91. That we will see next time. Why does she need help? How can we help her? And there's a picture here, Satellite war gear. This is the bronze armor they have. Let's see. Iron is very rare and this was only invented by dwarves. Like invented, not found. Can also see like actually like very close. Can see on the chest piece slightly. Here you go. A bull, like the white bull, which is like a minor god, but important to Praxians. And like, yeah. and Argraph's symbol.
Jack says, "Oh, cool."
So yeah, what do you think of so far about it?
This is really fun, honestly. I love choose your own adventures. This is like that, but even more. Like I might have been bad at. I was actually really good with the dice rolls, though. Like I was bad at first, but then I started getting really good at them, and like it's so much fun to like imagine how this stuff is going, like with the results for the dice rolls and stuff.
Okay. I'm glad it was fun. What do you think about story-wise? What happened there so far? It's a battle, of course, but like
It's pretty epic.
yeah, it's just quote unquote small battle, but still it's a very important battle, and you see
Right.
that because like the leader is fighting there.
Indeed.
Yeah, for fame and glory, but also survival, and for Sata.
Yes.
Yeah, it's no ego trips here.
Yeah. I'm not. I'm taking care of my allies.
I wasn't against you, it was just
Okay.
general.
Yeah.
What do you think of the character of what's her name again?
Vana.
Vasana.
Vasana. She's fun. She's cool. Fun to play. I like that like kind of hot-blooded warrior type character.
Yeah. I know in the core rules where there are also scenes kind of what she does with examples with her team. And we're also um like a follower of Olaf like that, like, oh, why you so much on also Humak with the death rune, and said like, yeah, but I need in the way how I kind of honor Olaf, I also need it as well. Cause and then like I don't do it because I want to seek death, but because in the force on the battlefield I need it, né?
Right.
And then it said like, okay, and that like satisfied the priest or whatever.
Nice.
Yeah, it's sort of interesting. Like I said, like higher positions, you also have to like not say like, oh, I want to do that on my own, but you have to responsibility for people and your job and stuff.
Yeah.
And other jobs. So I guess your job is totally like just be a soldier, of course. They have to be even in battles. Others, if you would be like farm or something, after like maybe adventure, which would be a special thing, and which you do for your community to go back to your farmer job.
Right.
To your farm. And the end, after some seasons, at the end of the year and the sacred time, all comes kind of to see how was the year, how was your efforts, if they played any effect, kind of, né? How is the outlook for the next year, what boon you got, do you have enough money to like live the lifestyle you established, or you get you destitute or better, stuff like that. So it's just so much you can do in the game.
It's
like
awesome.
It's cool, like really to say.
Yeah.
You know, when you have also in D&D, it's that like, why do they do those dungeons, and like why is that a thing, né? Don't they have anything else to do, né?
Yeah.
And this is really here, this like adventures is a special thing. Like you have your normal job mostly, né? And they said like even like there are 5 seasons plus sacred time per year. And like you usually do one adventure per season, or maximum 2, because otherwise you would let your other duties slip.
Right.
And it would affect them actually.
That's cool.
Yeah. And so it's something special, but like you also do it because it helps advance your community at some point, or to give it fame, glory, or just something they need, blah blah. No?
Yeah.
It's cute, like she plays with the mouse.
I am a cat after all.
Yeah, but you're doing it, so like you're kind of technically hypnotizing yourself, your cat self. She's just like, ooh.
I mean, like,
mouse cursor goes. Bleh.
No, I was making a pun. Like a double meaning, I guess.
Didn't
because
catch it then.
Cats play with mice.
Ah, yeah. That's also, by the way, why mice still survive sometimes.
Yeah, because the cats like to play with their food, so they will like play with the mouse and like torture it a bit before killing and eating it.
No, but also like because often like when they catch something, they
Mm.
do like a little victorious dance,
Uh,
for like
yeah,
and that sometimes the mouse can use to like piss off again.
yeah,
They play dead and like say like the cat and then they go off. Nature, huh?
yep. Nature is cool. It's scary sometimes, but cool.
I hope you liked it too, Jack. You, Jack. You liked it, Jack? Tell me you like it.
Says yes.
And so it was fun. So maybe in the week we do more, or weekend we see.
Yeah, sounds
We'll
fun.
see if we even just finish the second session or in two. We'll see.
Okay.
And like I said, we hope you survive in fame. But we also check how the first alternative version is like when you outright died, how that would have been.
Yeah, okay.
So you see a bit more like I thought just like, well, it's very unfortunate, no? Uncrow is deaf, no?
Yeah.
Fuck archers, no. Unless you yourself you're an archer, then shoo 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 shoo. Okay,
Not
you can finish it.
yeah, but Katana is exempt from that rule because she's cool.
As I said, when you serve the archer, that's
Yeah. Okay.
bye.
So, see you in about 45 minutes for my usual stream. Until then, take care, Daybreakers. Love and peace.